Imagine this. You're at a quiet coffee shop, sipping your morning brew, when a stranger across the room catches your eye. He smiles warmly at everyone, laughs a little too loudly at jokes that aren't funny. And yet, when the conversation turns personal, his gaze drifts to the floor, his fingers twisting the edge of his napkin like it's a lifeline. What if I told you that tiny gesture holds the key to unlocking the deepest secrets of his soul? That's the magic we're about to dive into, my friend. A journey through the hidden truths of the human heart, inspired by the wisdom of a thinker who saw through us all. Pull up a chair. Let's uncover these mysteries together. And I promise, by the end, you'll never look at people or yourself the same way again. You see, from the moment we're born, we start building walls around our true selves, not out of malice, but out of a quiet, aching fear. We learn early on that the world can be harsh, that showing our vulnerabilities might lead to pain or rejection. And so, we craft these personas, these carefully constructed versions of who we think we need to be to fit in, to survive. But oh, how those walls crack under pressure. Remember that time you were at a family gathering, and your cousin Emily, always the picture of confidence, suddenly clammed up when someone mentioned her old dreams of becoming an artist? That silence, that subtle shift, it's a whisper from her real self, begging to be heard. Let me share these insights with you, step by step. Like stories unfolding around a campfire. We'll break them into 3 heartfelt chapters, each one peeling back another layer of the human experience. Stick with me through every twist and turn, because rushing ahead would be like skipping the climax of a novel. You'd miss the emotional punch that makes it all resonate so deeply. By the time we're done, you'll feel a profound connection, not just to others, but to the hidden corners of your own heart. It's going to stir something in you, maybe even bring a tear to your eye as you recognize these truths in your own life. From our earliest days, we're taught to hang on every word people say, as if language is the ultimate truth. But words? They're often just smoke and mirrors, my friend. People speak not from some pure well of honesty, but from the scars they've carried, the egos they've nurtured, the fears that keep them up at night. That outgoing neighbor, Alex, who always seems so cheerful and helpful, he might not be as kind-hearted as he appears. Deep down, he could be shielding a heart terrified of being left alone. Or think of Sarah, the tough-as-nails colleague who never shows weakness. Beneath that armor, she might be holding back a flood of doubts, praying no one sees the cracks. What's truly heartbreaking is that most folks aren't even aware of this dance they're performing. They're like actors in a lifelong play, scripted by childhood lessons and past hurts, their smiles rehearsed, their opinions polished to perfection, all to keep the pain at bay. They're not trying to deceive you. They're hiding from their own reflections. As one wise soul once put it, every deep thinker wears a mask, not to trick the world, but to protect the fragile spirit within. It's a gentle reminder to look beyond the facade, to seek the person hiding behind it. But here's the beautiful part. People can't help but reveal themselves, even if they try to hide. It's not in the grand speeches or bold declarations. It's in the quiet slips, the fleeting moments that betray the truth. A averted glance during a tough question, a laugh that lingers just a second too long, a hasty switch of topics when things get raw. These are the windows to the soul. And that's where our first truth comes in, wrapped in empathy and understanding. Truth number 1. Everyone dons a mask for survival, not out of deceit, but from a place of deep-seated fear. Picture young Michael, growing up in a home where showing emotion meant ridicule. Now, as an adult, he wears a mask of stoic indifference at work. But watch how his shoulders tense when praise comes his way. That's the real Michael peeking through, yearning for acceptance. These masks aren't flawless. They falter under stress, and the first giveaway is discomfort. Pay attention to what makes someone squirm, and you'll glimpse the authentic person emerging, raw and real. It tugs at your heart, doesn't it? Knowing we're all just scared souls navigating this wild world. Moving to our second truth. What a person despises in others often mirrors what they're concealing within themselves. This one's like a mirror held up to our own flaws, and it hits hard. Take Jessica, who constantly rolls her eyes at her friends' boastful stories, calling them arrogant. Dig a little deeper, and you might find Jessica wrestling with her own insecurities about her achievements, projecting her fears outward. Or consider David, always quick to call out lies in others. Chances are he's burying some unspoken truth about his past. We lash out at what we fear admitting in ourselves, don't we? It's a poignant reminder to look beyond the criticism and see the hidden pain. Next time you hear someone judging harshly, ask yourself what they're really saying about their own heart. It evokes such compassion, turning judgment into understanding. Truth 3. Silence speaks volumes more than any words ever could. In a world buzzing with chatter, the pauses tell the real story. Remember when you asked your old friend Lisa about her recent breakup, and she just stared at her coffee, giving a curt, "I'm okay," before changing the subject? That hesitation, that avoidance, it's louder than a shout. It reveals her fear of vulnerability, the wounds she's not ready to expose. Words can be rehearsed, but silence is raw, unfiltered emotion. It makes you want to reach out, to say, I see you, and it's okay. Now, truth 4. Over-the-top displays of goodness often hide a vein of self-importance. Beware of Kevin, the guy at the office who loudly boasts about his charity work, always pointing out others' flaws while preaching his own virtues. It's not true humility. It's a cloak for feeling superior. Real kindness doesn't seek the spotlight. It shines quietly. This truth stirs a mix of sadness and insight, showing how even good intentions can stem from ego's shadow. Truth 5. Lies aren't first told to others. They're born from self-deception. Oh, this one breaks my heart every time. When someone insists, I'm fine, through gritted teeth, or claims, I don't care anymore. It's not meant to fool you. It's a story they've told themselves to cope with the ache inside. Imagine Rachel, smiling through her tears after a loss, repeating her mantra of strength. She's not deceiving you. She's surviving her own pain. Spotting these inconsistencies feels like uncovering a hidden letter, revealing the truth they've buried deep. It evokes such tenderness, urging us to respond with gentleness. And truth 6. Claims of superiority often mask deep feelings of inadequacy. Think of Brian, always listing his successes in conversations, subtly putting others down. It's not true confidence. It's a shield against his fear of not measuring up. Real strength doesn't need to boast. It simply exists. Behind that bravado is often a vulnerable soul, like a child seeking validation. It makes you want to hug them, to whisper that they're enough just as they are. As we weave these truths together, imagine applying them in your daily life. You're at a party, and your acquaintance Sophia keeps interrupting stories with her own tales. Now you know it's not rudeness. It's her fear of fading into the background. Or that social media post from Ethan, overflowing with images of his perfect life. It might be a silent plea for reassurance amid his doubts. These insights aren't tools for judgment. They're bridges to compassion. Seeing through the masks doesn't make you powerful in a controlling way. It fills you with empathy, reducing hate, and fostering real connections. Have you ever felt that pang, realizing someone's tough exterior hides a wounded heart? Share those moments in your mind as we continue. It's what makes this journey so personal and emotional. If these first truths have stirred something in you, like a gentle wave washing over old memories, hold on tight. We're just getting started. In the next chapter, we'll delve deeper, exploring how these masks crack under pressure, revealing the fears and chaos beneath. It's going to touch your soul even more profoundly. Now, let's step into the second part of our tale, where the performances start to falter and the real emotions bubble up. You've probably witnessed it yourself. That split-second flinch when a belief is questioned, the uneasy chuckle that doesn't reach the eyes, the voice that rises just a tad too high when the topic hits home. These aren't errors. They're invitations to understand. People aren't enigmas. They're just guardians of their own fragile hearts, afraid to be truly seen. At the core of so much behavior is something universal and deeply moving: fear. Truth 7. Most of what we do springs from unconscious fears that drive us like hidden currents. Why does Olivia over-explain every detail in meetings, her words tumbling out in a rush? It's not about clarity. It's her dread of being misunderstood or abandoned. Or take Nathan, who vanishes from plans at the last minute, fear of rejection whispering in his ear. We rarely act from pure joy or want. It's the terror of losing love, status, or self-worth that propels us. To read someone, don't chase their stated desires. Uncover what they're desperately clinging to, what loss would shatter them. It's a truth that brings tears, reminding us of our shared vulnerabilities. Truth 8. Excessive criticism is often a projection of one's own shadows. Listen to Megan, always nitpicking her sister's emotional outbursts, labeling them as weakness. Deep down, Megan might be battling her own suppressed feelings, afraid to let them surface. Or James, who sneers at people's fashion choices. Perhaps he's at war with his own insecurities about appearance. Judgments like these aren't about the other person. They're confessions of inner turmoil. Trace them back, and you'll find the pain they're disowning. It transforms how you hear complaints, turning them into cries for understanding. Truth 9. False confidence frequently disguises buried guilt. You've met them, folks like Rebecca, who exude unshakable poise, always in command. But notice the tight smile when challenged, the over-preparation for simple tasks. It could stem from a regret she can't shake, a past mistake she's overcompensating for. True serenity doesn't need to perform. It rests easy. This truth invites curiosity over intimidation, evoking sympathy for the battles fought in silence. Truth 10. Exaggerations betray the truths we're trying to hide. When Tyler declares, "I couldn't care less about opinions," with a defiant toss of his head, it's a dead giveaway that he cares immensely. Or Amanda's constant, "I'm the happiest person alive," posts. they might mask a profound sadness. These overstatements are the ego's attempt to drown out doubts, revealing imbalances rather than strengths. Listen for the absolutes, and you'll hear the insecurities screaming beneath. It's poignant, isn't it? Like catching a glimpse of someone's inner storm. Truth 11. A desperate need for control often stems from inner turmoil. Consider Patrick, micromanaging every family outing, rigid about schedules. It's not strength, it's his way of taming the chaos within, born from a life where things spun out of control. The more someone clings to order, the more fragile their core. Instead of resenting them, you feel a wave of compassion, seeing the fear of everything crumbling if they let go. Truth 12. Grand performances often conceal an empty heart. In our digital age, it's everywhere. Isabella's endless stream of glamorous photos, curated to perfection. But why the constant show? It's a desperate bid for visibility, a fear of being unloved without the spotlight. Those who truly know themselves don't need applause. They're complete. This truth aches, highlighting the loneliness behind the facade, urging us to look beyond the noise to the whisper of need. As these truths unfold, you might feel a shift inside, like puzzle pieces clicking into place. Walking down the street, you notice patterns everywhere. The boastful stranger masking wounds, the interrupter fearing oblivion. It's not mind reading, it's heart reading, a gift that demands responsibility. Once you see the suffering behind the smiles, you can't ignore it. It makes you stronger, not through dominance, but through unbreakable empathy. You become the one who sees the scared child in the critic, the pain in the performer. And in doing so, you heal a little yourself. If this has moved you, stirred memories of your own masks cracking, brace yourself for the final chapter. We're about to uncover the roots, the childhood echoes that shape us, the wounds that whisper through our actions. It's the deepest dive yet, and it will leave you with a profound sense of clarity and self-awareness. Here we are, my friend, in the heart of our story's finale, where we strip away the last veils to reveal the soul's deepest tales. By now, you've felt the change. People aren't just faces in the crowd. They're open books of emotion, fear, and hope. But every behavior has an origin story, often tucked away in the shadows of our past. Let's illuminate them together, with gentleness and wonder. Truth 13. No one argues from pure logic. It's pain that fuels their words. We like to think we're rational beings, but beneath the facts lies heartache. Take Gregory, who scoffs at romance, calling it a myth. It's not intellect speaking. It's the scar from a betrayal long ago. Beliefs form as shields against old hurts, dressed up in reason. To understand, don't debate the surface. Seek the wound that birthed it. What pain are they guarding against? This truth softens conflicts, turning arguments into opportunities for empathy, evoking a deep emotional resonance. Truth 14. How someone handles weakness unveils their true strength. Don't judge by how they court the powerful. Watch their kindness to the vulnerable. Emily, who comforts a crying child without judgment, shows she's conquered her inner demons. But Mark, who mocks a friend's stumble, reveals his own unresolved fears. True power lies in restraint, in forgiving what could be punished. Offer a moment of compassion and see their character bloom. It's a beautiful, tear-jerking revelation of the human spirit. Truth 15. A fear of being forgotten drives the chase for attention. You've seen it in Vanessa, always the center of every gathering, her stories larger than life. It seems bold, but it's rooted in a childhood of being overlooked, a dread of invisibility. Attention becomes a substitute for love, a noisy plea against silence. Instead of annoyance, feel the empathy well up. It's a cry from a heart that just wants to matter. Truth 16. Attacks often stem from envy, not hate. When Laura gossips about her successful coworker, it's not disdain. It's admiration twisted by her own abandoned dreams. Envy is desire in disguise, a reminder of what we've lost. Seeing this frees you from taking barbs personally and recognizing it in yourself. That's liberation, pure and emotional. Truth 17. We reenact our childhoods, not our stated beliefs. People repeat patterns from their youth. The unheard child becomes the poor listener, like Daniel, who tunes out his partner's pleas because he was never heard. The one who earned love through perfection, like Sophia, performs endlessly. Behavior is a biography, a child's voice still seeking safety. It breaks your heart open, fostering profound understanding. Finally, Truth 18. Patterns are unspoken confessions if you listen with your heart. The friend who ghosts intimacy, like Christopher, is confessing a fear of hurt. The overworker avoiding quiet, like Hannah, reveals her dread of facing inner voids. These repeats aren't accidents, they're soulful admissions. Learn to hear them, and you transform. From judge to healer, from isolated to connected. It's empowering, emotional, a reminder that seeing others clearly mirrors our own truths. Take a breath now. Let it sink in. These 18 truths aren't just about decoding the world. They're a mirror to your soul. You've recognized patterns in friends, in strangers, maybe even in the quiet moments of your own reflection. It's awakening, isn't it? A call to live with more honesty, more grace. If one of these hit home, perhaps the mask of control or the envy and criticism, hold on to that feeling. It's the start of something beautiful, a world where we see beyond the surfaces to the hearts beating beneath. Keep exploring, keep connecting. You're not alone in this.